So, let's see to start up, okay? Yeah, in the Maker's Corner again. The loneliest YouTube channel on this planet. No views. But it's okay. I don't do this for the views. I do this for fun. I think too many YouTube creators have started taking it too seriously. Starting to burn out. Quite a few of this. Two of the channels that I follow, both creators are taking a break. Actually there's one that's quit completely, one that's taking a break, and one that's taking a timeout for a month. But it's good that they do that, because I mean it's hard work creating content, so I think that one should just be pushing videos. I mean one should actually think what one's doing a bit. Or just do like I do. It's just a hobby. I don't need to take it so seriously. Yeah, we're doing our little thing in this little corner of the internet for those that are interested. So I just can show you. So we're working on this thing, which is the thermal experiment. Just want to make sure that the audio isn't being duplicated. Okay, sorry about that. It's just when I switch to that camera setup, and sometimes I get duplicate sound or echoes. So let's hope I fixed it. I'll watch through this video, and if it's useless, then I won't upload it. Yeah. Anyway, so what I'll be working on is the actual software side of it, because I'd like to automate the running of. I decided to call them experiments, so that you can create one or more definitions of experiments, and then you can like run them automatically. So I thought I'd just show that a bit. So here we go, and this code, if anybody's interested, I can post it on GitHub or something, but otherwise I'll just keep it in as my own hobby little project. I don't know, this is not that good code, so, but it does what it's supposed to do. Anyway, what I thought to do was to be able to create a set of commands that I can issue on the serial terminal, and I just have like some basics, so it would be like a mini operating system. So then one could, for example, do this, and say shutdown, and then it would actually do the shutdown, shut everything down, and restore everything to the default state, and then one should be able to, I haven't implemented this, but you should be able to like list the experiments that are registered on the Arduino, and here you can like execute the experiment with an experiment 9. But now I just added one default experiment, so then I can just wait a second, maybe if I mean it's not really going to do anything since it isn't a mechanical test, but I mean I can issue the command and execute it. So, and it starts executing the default experiment, and then here you get the I added one more column, which is the millisecond timestamp for each measurement row, and I can actually have a look at, I don't know what everybody's interested in. Let's throw away that line. Live coding. Let's see, if I go through the function, I'll see if I show you guys something that, or show stuff that might be of interest. So that's the temperature sensor reading, pretty generic. As I said, if somebody wants this code, just leave a comment and I'll create a GitHub location. Otherwise I'll just keep it here. This is all stuff copy pasted from the internet examples, so it's not really that advanced. So we have the setup function that basically just sets the pin modes for the ports used, or the pins used, and then it issues the shutdown command. And in the shutdown command, it just restores everything to the basics. Then we have the loop here, and now this is actually triggered by, so that when you say execute, then it will say that there's an experiment activated, and then it will start transmitting the experiment measurements, the ones you see here. And then it will wait for now it's not hard-coded anymore, so you can actually give for the experiment, you can say, okay, what is the time interval that you want to use for taking temperature measurements. And here's the block of code that sends the stuff over the serial terminal. And yeah, here's the serial event. So basically the idea is that this serial event gets triggered when there's incoming activity on the serial port, and checks if it's available, and then it reads the content of the serial terminal. So when I actually write in a command and press enter, then it actually reads the whole string, and then I trim it, and then it's just looking for what command is being issued. So I have the shutdown command, the list command, and the execute command. And this can be endlessly expanded for different things. So let's just call read copy, let's throw that top point away. So call live coding. And here's the base execute command. So it's basically going to, so I call it like, I'm giving just for my internal insanity, I'm giving experiments numbers. So then I say it's okay, it's experiment 1, and then that is the default experiment. So then you initialize it, and then it will start executing. Shutdown. So here we have the experiment default init. So basically it says, okay, what effect level do you want to run on the heater? And you could make this dynamic, like all kinds of things, like between ranges and timing. But basically you can write a block of code which controls one experiment, or sets up the initial state of the experiment. So I thought the one would have experiment default in it, and then you could have like a runtime routine also to adjust it while it's running. Just setting the power level on the heater, and then you define whether you're going to run any of the fans, and then you say that the experiment is active, and then you say, okay, for how long do you want to run this experiment? So this is going to be completely automated, so it will you issue the command, and then it will start executing. I was actually thinking maybe one could, the next thing I'm probably going to write some Python logic to have a small UI on the computer that I can use to control, so one doesn't have to, because I need something to pick up these values. And the amount I investigated again, bringing back to my memory how much internal storage you have available on the Arduino Uno, and it's not that much, especially when you're talking about persistent storage. You need to store data in the EEPROM, and that's very limited. I think it's like 1 kilo. And even if you go to the Arduino Mega, you get 4 kilos, but yeah, that would be quite okay. But I'm actually thinking I'll store this data on it will send it to the computer, and the computer will just basically capture all the incoming data from the experiment, and even possibly like execute several experiments one after a time. Yep, so that will be the next phase of the initiative. And then I was thinking I could try some other things. I have for future videos, I have other ideas also, so there's going to be a little bit of surprises in the future for persisting the data and processing it, so it opens up different areas to to play with, using this platform as an example platform. Yeah. So that was that one. So yeah, that was a late night update again. Okay, I will come back with an update when some advancements have been made. Yep.